Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On 2. Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, MP. Can.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. But coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the mark.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Boye Mafe able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Come on, set.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
50, great blaster, 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Yeah, they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
On
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Wide 80. 11, MT, Kate. 11,
and here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Jake Bailey in punt formation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
The Lions had 7 and 4 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready, ready. 60 red. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready, set.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'm one, ready? Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Yeah, this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 4.
Gun. Dot.
Now Burrow. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back to throw now on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Inside the 10. And they will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
Picked up by Jordan Bell.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22, ultra.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Got it.
3rd and 3.
Switch, yellow, ready.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 3.
White. Set. Red. Yep. Blue. 32. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
180, 11, 11, 11, 11 MT, tank. 11 MT, tank. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, put in by Higgins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow will throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jameson Williams, 65 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Stop.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
Here we go.
And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
33, yellow, needle blue, red, cycle.
2nd and 13. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
60 red. Ready?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Williams. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
Down to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Lions 24, Bengals 10.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cut. 180. It's hot. Hot. 11.
In motion left is Higgins. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 63 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Side. 180. 11, Thomas. Side.
They'll set up a throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slapped their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
18. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Short one here, caught by McBride. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set, ready. Yellow, set.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That pass caught, it's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
The Lions will set up for a 2-point conversion.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Keeps the score Lions 30, Bengals 18.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
Evan McPherson,
McPherson on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Lions 30, Bengals 25. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yellow, line. Here we go. Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Sly able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's get set.
To throw, Burrow. And that's complete to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
11.
Now Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
12. 12. 12.
Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
That's good. Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to 6-6.